AM Sports Report brought to you by Hobby Habit in LeGrand. Friday, November 7th through the 9th. Hobby Habit will be celebrating 42 years in business. What does this mean to you? Well, this means that if you purchase something during that weekend, you get to spin the wheel of savings. And that'll give you a 10 to 35% off deal. That's a great deal. Joe has done a great job with that store. Everything's new, updated. He's got a great selection of Traxxas RC cars, Magic the Gathering cards, STEM products, Frisbee golf. His Lego selection is top of the line. Hobby Habit, just for the fun of it. EOU volleyball lost at home on Saturday night to Southern Oregon University. That was their first home loss in almost a year. And the last time they lost at home, yeah, you got it, Southern. It's like one of those monkeys right now. Got to get it off the back. They still have a full game lead in the CCC as they look to host the CCC conference tournament if they finish out, as league champions, which they should. I mean, they don't have any really tough games. Tomorrow night's probably the toughest. They host C of I at home at 7 o'clock in Quinn. It's Wear Camo Night and Women in Business Appreciation Night up there. So get out there and support the number one team in the nation. Coming off of a loss and playing a fairly tough 19th ranked C of I team, they could probably use some support. EOU football, man. Oh gosh, where do I even start with this? Let's see. They were 2-0 in the conference going into this game on Saturday night. The defense was absolutely stellar during the game. They ended up losing 7-0. The offense had serious issues moving the ball. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Some decision making down the line. I mean, a lot of people have come up to me and said, "What were they thinking?" And I don't know that I agree with it either. You kicking a 50-yard field goal in 40-degree temperatures with a kicker that doesn't even warm up. I don't know. It got blocked and returned for the only touchdown of the game, and EOU ended up ultimately losing 7-0. But let's not take anything away from that defense, man. The defense was absolutely stellar against a really tough C of I team, and that's 2 weeks in a row where pretty much all year, but they only gave up 7 points to Southern the week before. And EOU's in a little bit better spot than I thought they would be right here. They're 2-1 in conference. They go to Montana Western this weekend, and they're not out of it by any means. They just got to figure out this offensive problem that they're having. EOU men's and women's soccer both won on Friday versus Providence. They finished the regular season with the Washington trip, so that means Northwest and Evergreen. Both teams are already qualified for the conference tournament, which means I think the women are number 2, the men are number 1. So basically right now all they're playing for is seeds. And you want to win out. You want the best seed possible going into the conference tournament. And the men still haven't lost this year. I'll have head coach Jesse Watson on the show later in the week. We're going to sit down and talk about this. It's crazy. They go and they win the conference tournament last year unexpectedly. They finished 4th in the conference during the regular season. And then this year, they still haven't lost. We're almost done. We got 2 conference games left, and that's it. And this EOU men's team hasn't lost. EOU men's and women's cross country has the weekend off, and then they turn around and go to Independence on November 7th for the CCC championships. I have 2 interviews. I wanted to get them out last week. I'm going to try to get them out today or tomorrow. I almost have them done. I had some audio issues on one of them, but Thomas Ogden and Kalia Hines sat down with me, and we talked a little bit of cross country. LHS volleyball finishes off their regular season tonight at home, senior night, versus Pendleton. Varsity starts at 6:30. I think JV2 starts at 4. Boys soccer hosts Pendleton on Thursday night at 6 as they celebrate their seniors as well. LHS girls soccer goes to Pendleton on Thursday for a 4 p.m. kickoff to close out their regular season. LHS cross country has their district championship meet this Thursday as well at 11 a.m. And I'm only, highlighting this because I got a message from somebody at the high school that saw my rant about changing schedules and not letting people know. And she messaged me as soon as they found out and said the cross-country districts are at 11 a.m. at LeGrand Country Club on Thursday. So I'm going to finally get some cross-country pictures, which is going to be nice. Finally, LHS football hosts Pendleton on Friday night for the GOL Championship at 7 p.m. live right here on EO Live. Baker will also host the Dows Friday night at 7 p.m., and that'll be streamed simultaneously right here on EO Live. So we have 2 games going on at the same time, even on Roku. So there's 2 windows in Roku in the live area. The left window's Windows 1, the right window's EOA Live Stream 2, and LeGrand will be on the left. Baker will be on the right. If you have any questions about it, just feel free to message us and we'll get you taken care of. I want to end it on this, though. Last night I went to a JV football game, and it's kind of a little bit of a rant. I mean, I'm kind of opinionated. So I guess I'll start here. We beat the Dallas JV by like 50 points last night. It was an absolute blowout. A couple things that I think need to be brought to attention is JV football is a place where you should be developing players. I think most coaches would agree with me. Last night, the quarterback played the entire game for LeGrand. I don't like that. He played both sides of the ball, kickoff, kick return. It's like there's other kids that can be developing. And we also, and here's my biggest problem. We brought a varsity starter down and started him in a JV game. A week with Pendleton for the GOL championship on Friday and playoffs, and it didn't help anybody. It didn't help the varsity starter at all to go beat up on some JV kids. It didn't help whoever might have played in his spot and would have, got some playing time. And it didn't help us win. And so it's like, why? There's just some things I don't understand. And I thought about this before I said this. There's nothing that you can say to me that would make me understand that, because really, like, all you're doing is putting somebody at risk to get hurt. If you don't have them for the varsity game, then it don't make any sense. AM Sports Report brought to you by Hobby Habit, just for the fun of it.